Minister, the time for answering the question has expired. Senator Xenophon.
Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Minister for Defence. The Minister may be aware of a front-page report in today's Adelaide Advertiser that Rossi Boots, an Adelaide-based bootmaker since 1910, has lost a tender for the supply of up to 100,000 pairs of boots for the ADF over the next 5 years. In a briefing from the Defence Material Organisation last week, Rossi Boots was advised that the boots would be imported because the imports represent, quote, better value for money. Can the Minister advise whether the DMO considered the social and economic benefits of having these up to 100,000 pairs of boots being made in Australia, including the benefits of local jobs, personal local taxes paid and the attendant multiplier effects on the local economy? If not, will the Minister seek to reopen the tender process?
The Minister for Defence, Senator Johnston.
Thank you, Mr President, and can I thank the Senator for his question and say that I, to a degree, share much of his concern about contracting, government contracting, going to Australian manufacturers. Now, there are many commercial in confidence matters that I'm about to talk about, so bear with me. This was a tender released on the 27th of June 2013 for the supply of 3 types of boots: fireman safety boots, fawn-coloured safety boots and black-coloured safety boots. At the time the tender was released, there was no expressed requirement for Australian content in the tender. The tender was conducted as a routine procurement that did not exceed the threshold requirements that necessitated notifying the Minister's office. So all of what has happened with respect to this particular tender was without any knowledge on my part or any other member of the government's part. The previous safety boot requirement was established on the 19th of July 2011 for 2 years with Leamington Pacific, who manufactured the boots in China. And we all know that there has been some serious issues with respect to soles coming off parade boots. 10 tenderers replied with 14 offers for 3 types of boots. The particular boots tendered from Rossi, I confirm what you said to be correct, and that is that value for money was one of the principal considerations. The procurement rules, Senator, the Defence was complying with are those that have been supported by the previous Labor government and the coalition. Indeed, they do not, pursuant to Rule 5.3, discriminate by way of country with respect to the running of the tender. Now, there is a balance to be struck. I'm concerned that the amount of money involved is such that this, as you've seen me argue with DPCU, might well have gone
Thank you,
to
Minister. The time for
manufacturer.
answering the question has expired. Senator Xenophon, a supplementary question.
Can the Minister guarantee that the imported boots will be as durable and well made as the Rossi boots, and further, what tests and measures are carried out to ensure the comparative durability and whole-of-life costs of such procurement? And does the Minister consider that Rule 5.3 needs to be reconsidered? And can the Minister advise in percentage term, even if it's a range of percentages, how much cheaper the imports were compared to any unsuccessful local manufacturers that tendered?
Minister.
Well, Senator, if I'm going to look at this and oversight what intervention I might be able to conduct, I don't want to get into the commercial in confidence aspects of percentages and what have you. 5.3 is potentially a problem for Australian manufacturers. That's why we're bringing down a white paper that deals with industry policy, and these matters will be considered in the broader context of the way we do our business, in defence. Now, in terms of the quality, I think you've answered that question yourself, because you've said it was a matter of value for money. So if there had been a deficiency in any great and measurable degree in terms of quality, I think your constituent would well have been told precisely that. So this was about the differential between manufacturing here and manufacturing overseas. Now, given the high dollar and all of the other issues,
Thank you,
I'm very concerned
Minister.
about
the time
this
for answering the
aspect.
question has expired. Senator Xenophon, final supplementary.
Will any reconsideration of Commonwealth procurement rules take into account the economic and social benefits of goods paid for by taxpayers being made here? And does the Minister consider what happened to Rossi Boots is just not good enough? Does he understand the anger of many Australians over this very issue?
Minister.
Well, let me say I certainly understand the anger of many Australians over this issue, and indeed I have taken Defence to task at Senate estimates whilst in opposition on Defence Combat Disruptive Pattern Uniform, where we manufacture that in Wangaratta and Bendigo, and we are competing with Chinese manufacturers that are about less than a quarter of the cost of manufacturing that particular product. So I am concerned. I will investigate this for you, Senator. I want to see the basis upon which we have discriminated in terms of the ultimate winner of the tender. If it's a matter of price, and if I can do anything, I will come back to you with what can be done. But can I say this is below the radar? They appear to have complied with all the rules. The rules are there for good reason. We do not discriminate by way of country. I want to positively look at how we can help Australian manufacturers going forward. That is the issue for us in defence, and of course there's a balance to be struck between value for money and how we support Australian manufacturers.
Thank you, Minister. The time for answering the question has expired.